This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a realtor and a home staging expert? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Michele Steele with Nicole Designs. Michele, it is lovely having you on today. Now, we are so excited to learn all about you and your business. Please start off by telling our listeners just a little bit more about your company.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. As she mentioned, my name is Michele Steele. I am a realtor out here in the Frisco area, but I do serve Collin County and North Dallas. And I do home staging and also real estate. So for anyone who's looking to buy, sell, even apartment locating, renting, I also assist those clients as well. And then for sellers who are looking to get their homes listed on the market and have it show to our buyers in a great way, I also do staging, interior styling for those who've purchased their homes and they don't know what to do with the space. I decorate it for them as well. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, artsy fartsy when it comes to the design stuff, but it just goes hand in hand with real estate as well.
So, Michele, how did you originally get into this industry?
Ooh, that is a loaded question. That is such a loaded question. I actually ran away from this industry for years. It was always calling me. Fun fact, I wanted to be a realtor when I was like 18, 19, but I had just had my kids. I had my children extremely young. I had my oldest when I was 18, my twins when I was 19, and I wanted to do real estate, but I was like, there's no way I can do it with 3 kids and a single mom. There was just no way. But I always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to be a realtor, but I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I don't have time and I have all these kids. Fast forwarding, and to make a long story short, I got into marketing. I then eventually got into Airbnbs and I started doing Airbnb design. I also owned my own Airbnbs as well. And then from there, I had a party planning business. The party planning business turned into interior designs and interior styling and home staging. And home staging turned into real estate. So that's a long story short of how I got into real estate. And the home staging really drug me into real estate because people would always ask me things as if I was a realtor. And I'm like, I'm not your realtor. Like, I'm not a realtor. I don't know anything about real estate. And it just naturally, I just progressed and went ahead and got my license.
Wow, what a wonderful story. Thanks for sharing that with us today. Now, being in your industry today and having so much diverse experience, what is that number one misconception you'd like to put to rest for our listeners?
In regards to what? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about real estate.
I would say your favorite one.
Ooh, I think right now people think that the interest rates are horrible. And honestly, that it's really not too bad compared to if you look at the interest rates back in the 80s, they were extremely high. Right now, we're actually in like a normal rate situation, but people think they're extremely high because of what we dealt with COVID. When everybody was seeing the 2 and 3% interest rates, that was like a once in a lifetime type of thing, or like we're in a world disaster type of situation, which was what we were having, during a pandemic. And that's when you see those lower rates. So when you see those rates like that, it's not a good thing, to be quite honest, because that means as a buyer, it's not a good thing because that means you're going to overpay. As a seller, it's good for you all day because you can list your house for whatever you want to list it for. And there's going to be people who are going to be knocking down your door, overpaying for your home. But right now I'm seeing a lot of people who have bought homes like during that time period and the prices were way overinflated. And unfortunately, like when they're trying to sell their homes right now, it's not even worth what they paid for. So they're going to have to sit to really get that equity. So that's a loaded question or a loaded answer right there to tell you like what I'm seeing. But low rates does not always mean it's going to be good for the buyers. Really, right now is a good time to buy. You have the most advantage, the most leverage, and you can really get a good deal. Negotiate a good deal. If you have a good realtor like me, you can negotiate a really good deal.
Michele, let's go ahead and switch gears for a second. Now, we do know that marketing is the heart of every business. So today, who are some of those ideal customers that you'd like to be helping find a home, and how are you attracting them?
Ooh, okay. So I actually help a lot of people who are relocating. They just find me off of social media. That's probably my biggest marketing strategy is social media. I have a okay presence there. And people find me and reach out to me, and it's somehow we become best friends and they become my client. So that's how I get my clients. But I also do help single mothers, mothers who are going through divorce, and who are looking to transition into their new life. That's also something that I'm dealing with personally as well. So I have a heart for those moms, and I help them as well.
Amazing. Now, have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before?
Actually, I have had one, but I just, girl, the consistency with it is too hard with 3 kids and where they take me every couple seconds, and then the bit like running the business itself, I just haven't had the time. But yes, I have had one before.
No, I completely understand. Let's go ahead and switch gears again for a second. If you could leave our listeners with one little piece of advice today, when it comes to real estate and home staging, what would that advice be?
Oh, I'm sorry, my email's blowing up. For real estate, for buyers, don't be scared. I think they're scared of the interest rate. They're scared of like what's going on in the economy. They're scared of everything, and they really just don't know what they don't know. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You are not wasting a realtor's time by asking questions. Ask questions and create a plan. That's going to be the easiest way for you to get into a home. If you don't have a plan, you'll be renting, for the rest of your life. And there's nothing wrong with renting, but if you know that you want to be a homeowner, you have to have a plan. For sellers, um, step your cookies up. You definitely have to come with your A game because buyers are extra picky right now. Homes that were flying off the shelves like they were before years ago, they're not doing that right now. Buyers want turnkey homes. They don't want something that's going to be costly when it comes to fixing it up. I mean, it's great. And there are some buyers who will, but it's great if, there is a buyer for that. But for the most part, most buyers these days, they want something that's turnkey. So that would be my biggest advice to them.
Wow. Now, for our listeners who are going to go and find you after listening to this podcast, where can they go to learn more about Michele Nicole Designs?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram. I am Michele Nicole on Instagram, and it pretty much links to all my pages. So I have a real estate page and a design page. So it'll link to both. But if you follow me there, you'll find my other pages there as well. Or you can visit me on my website, which is micheleismyhomegirl.com. So.
Well, Michele, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.